Memory allocation technique, worst fit. In this program, I'll explain you how the memory allocation technique of worst fit is working. First, we have declared the header file, and then we have defined max as 25. This is the function which we are going to use for worst fit. I'll explain this as the code comes. Inside the main function, block size, process size, integer m, n, I, all those are declared. From line 11, we are going to get the input from the user, number of memory blocks. When I run the code, it will ask for the number of memory blocks. Say for example, I am giving number of memory blocks as 3. Next is it will ask for the size of each block. I am giving as I mentioned 3 blocks. For the first block size is 5, second block size 10, third block size 15. Right? Next, it is asking for the number of processes to be accommodated or allocated inside the block. Say for example, only one process I am going to allocate in the memory, and it will ask for the size of the process. For example, I am giving the size of the process as 5. Now see here, the worst fit allocation has allotted the process into the block 3. Process 1 into the block 3. Process 1 size is 5, whereas block 3 size is 15. So only it's called as worst fit, because it will allocate the block which is with the maximum size. Even this process 5 can be accommodated in block 2 as well as block 1. If we allocate this process 1 in block 1, then that is the best fit. Whereas we are going to allocate this process 1 in the maximum size block, so only it's called it as worst fit, because it is going to take the block which is with the larger size. That is the concept of worst fit allocation. Now I'll explain the code for this. Here from line 11 to line 16, we are going to get the input for the number of blocks. First, we are getting the number of memory blocks and size of each block, right? Size of each block using the for loop. And whatever we got it as an input, we are printing it. And from line 19 to line 24, we are going to get the number of process size for each process, and we are printing it. Then we are going to, after getting the input, we are going to do the worst fit allocation. So we call the function worst fit. Here is the function worst fit. From line 32, the worst fit function starts. We have declared the necessary variables here. And the first for loops comes here. In the first for loop, first we are copying the block size. Follow line number 37. In the first for loop, we are copying the block size of every block into the temporary variable called temp block. The reason for copying all the block size to this temp block is we want the block size not to be changed. So we are putting it in a temp block and we do the other working, right? So all these block size in the output screen, see all these block size which we got using the variable block size, that has been copied to the temp block, right? Respective block size is copied to the respective temp block. After that, inside the for loop, I am going to assign the variable worst id equal to -1. That means so far we have not found the worst id. Worst id means worst block. Worst here means the bigger block, right? The bigger block on for accommodating the process. If process size is 5, which is the bigger block? As it is taking the bigger block, we call the bigger block as the worst. So worst id equal to -1 means initially we have not identified the worst block. So to indicate that, we are assigning worst id equal to -1. Worst id is an integer variable. Next, for allocation of I equal to -1, this means that none of the process has been allotted so far. So allocation equal to -1. None of the process has been allotted to any of the blocks. Next, inside this for loop from line 42, from there only we are going to compare the size of the block and the size of the process, and we are going to identify the bigger block. That is happening inside this for loop. See here, temp block. Temp block is nothing but the block size. See in line 37, we have copied the block size to temp block. So in line 43, we are comparing the process size and the block size. If the process size is lesser than, otherwise if the block size is greater than or equal to process size, we are going to consider it. If block size is greater than or equal to process size, then we are going to check with the next if case, worst id equal to -1. Otherwise, that means we are going to consider that as a worst block. So first id equal to -1. Or if the block size is going to be greater than, that means we are comparing with the next block size. If the block size is going to be greater than the worst id, then we are going to update the worst id with this j. I'll tell you the concept here. First we are going to consider 5, and the starting block size 5, right, and the process size is 5. So it is equal to, so that we will consider it. So worst case id equal to -1. Next, we are going to compare block 1 with block 2. So when we compare this block 1 with block 2, then block 2 is greater than block 1, right? So block 2 is greater than block 1. So we will assign worst id equal to block 2, right? Again, we are going to continue with the for loop. We are going to compare block 3 with block 2. Now block 3 is greater than or bigger than block 2. So id will be assigned to block 3. For that only this if loop is working, right? Once we have identified the bigger block, we'll go into the next for if loop. Before going into next if loop, one more condition. We will do this continuously for all the process. In our case, we have only one process. We will do this continuously for all the process. So only we have two for loops here. After identifying the blocks for all the process, if for a block is found, right, if the block is found for the process, then that id will be allotted to the allocation id. That id will be assigned to the allocation id. After assigning, for example, block 3 has been allocated for the process 1, right? That is this worst id means block id that has been assigned to the process 1. Next in line 50, what we are doing is process size is subtracted from the temp block. Temp block is nothing but temp block was id. Temp block is nothing but the block size. See here, block size, temp block, right? Temp block is the in line 50. This temp block is nothing but in line 37. Temp block is the block size. So we are subtracting the process size from the block size. Reason is in block 3 we have allotted with the process 5. So that has to be subtracted. So remaining 10 will be there. If any new process comes, within 10 or equal to 10 size, that can be accommodated here. For that reason only, we are subtracting the process size from the block size. If we subtract it in the remaining space, if next process comes, we can accommodate there. So for that reason only, this line 15 is here. So after completing all these things, we are going to print the output which we have calculated. So process ID is printed, and then for that process ID, if the block is allocated, we'll put it the allocated ID. If the block is not allocated, we'll print it as not allocated, right? So this will continue for all the process. You can explore with the different number of process and the process with the size which is greater than the block. So we can explore the else condition also. You can explore by giving the different block size and different memory size. That's all about worst fit memory allocation technique.